Teoscar, you obviously are coming off of your rehab assignment. When you think about just the hamstring, getting your strength back, when did things really just turn the corner for you?
I think around week 3. That's when I start running. Obviously, I wasn't feeling the pressure on my hamstring. That's when I started to think, okay, it's time to let everything go. You gotta start training the way you always do during the season, just to see if it's in a good place, and just go from there.
Well, with the comment you were able to get your back going, we saw the home runs. Do you feel like just, of course, your leg is healthy. Do you feel really good just kind of as to where you are right now, especially at the plate?
It's really good. Not the way it was before I got hurt, but it's really close. Obviously, for me, more important is to swing good pitches. I was able to do that in there. Hit the ball on the pitches that on the strike zone, not swinging the one out of the strike zone, and I think that's for me. It's more important about my swing than anything.
When you first went down, they've estimated about 4 to 6 weeks for recovery. This puts you pretty much right at 4 weeks. What do you think led to the quicker recovery?
I think it's just the way I take care of my body. I always put a really focus on that, and like I always says, my goal is to stay on the field the whole year. And as a player, you do that like resting, not using your body the way you're not supposed to use it, or doing things that you're not supposed to do during the season. Getting good stretches, getting good sleeps, eating good. And I feel like I always does that, and I think that's why my recovery is always quicker than normal.
You said it's not quite back to where it was before you got hurt. Is it still going to get better, or have they told you this is what it is till you want to take a few weeks or months off to get better?
No, I feel good. I feel ready. I feel that I can go there and produce for the team and help the team keep winning. The team is playing really good right now, so I don't think they really need me in the lineup. But I'm going to do my best and everything in my power to keep producing and keep putting a little of the fire so we can keep winning.
The injury you had last year was different, obviously, but do you think that having the longer rehab stint this time around kind of helped you build up more and maybe just shake the injury?
Yeah, I mean, I never really got hurt before last year, so you learn from it. Last year I tried to come back a little quicker. I think it messed up my timing, hitting, and I think that's why I was a little struggling the first maybe 1-2 months after I got back from the injury list. This time I talked to the team. I say I want to take some extra at-bats so I can feel better, so I can feel like my timing is on place to come back and keep helping the team.
You put so much just intention and work this off-season, whether it was losing the weight, kind of strengthening your body. Do you think that also helped with this recovery, allowing it to be a bit faster?
Yeah, I mean, when you put your body in the best shape that you can possibly put in, anything that happens throughout the year, I think it helps a lot to get the recovery that you want, especially now in the time of the year that I got hurt. It's the beginning, and I just wanted to feel good about it and then just come back as close as I can, feeling like my body was healthy, and it was quick enough. We expected at the beginning to lose maybe 6 weeks, but I was able, my body respond really well, the treatment and all the stuff, just to come back on the 4 weeks. So.
Max, I know this is coming back to a very different place. When you think about facing the team that you started your career with, what is it just like for you personally?
It's always weird. Obviously I was a different person back then, and a lot has changed, and there's no hard feelings there. I always said it. I say that all the time. I wish it could be one of those things where you feel like you want to stick it to the team, but it's just not like that. But it's still weird.
But ultimately, you did have the 2 hits, including the home run. When you think about just the offensive results, you hadn't really been seeing the long ball recently. How good did it feel just to get that back into your game tonight?
Yeah, it felt really good. Just part of the stuff we've been working on, trying to be a little bit more consistent. And, with that, there's maybe been a little bit less power, but, it's still in there. And, it was nice to get it back tonight.
I know that we might be overdoing this, but it is kind of cool. Max Muncy against Max Muncy. You guys were both playing at third base, both happen to be batting seventh. Do those moments just kind of feel strange to you at all?
It's definitely weird standing at third, hearing your name called, and, it's not you. And then, playing here, everyone's, chanting "Let's go, Max," and it's not you. So it's a little strange, but it's still cool. We're definitely not in the Matrix or anything, but yeah.
You guys are now, or Dave Roberts is now at 999 wins. For him to be so close to 1,000 career wins, how special is it to be a part of these moments for him?
It's awesome. He deserves every bit of it, and hopefully we can get it for him tomorrow. It's just cool to see him because I've been with him for a long time, and to see him grow as a manager also, just like he's seen me grow as a player. It's really, really cool.
Max, congratulations on this win tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Andy, obviously we've seen this offense really get going as of late, but for you also, how are you just feeling at the plate, and especially seeing the long ball come back tonight?
La ofensiva está tirando en todo ahorita, está haciendo todo bien. Pero tú, ¿cómo te sientes en el plato ahorita en estos últimos juegos?
He estado un poco mal, pero me he estado sintiendo mejor la última semana. Estoy tratando de salir de esa racha, digamos, pero bastante mejor ahora.
Yeah, I felt like I was going really bad for a little while.
What do you think kind of maybe led to just getting back on track for you then?
¿Qué es lo que piensas que te ha ayudado para regresar a cómo estabas gritando antes?
En realidad, sí, lo único que he estado es tratando de poner mi mecánica donde estaba. Hay algunas cosas que estaban fuera de lugar, pero yo creo que ahora mismo estamos en un punto donde quiero estar.
Yeah, just trying to get my mechanics back on track. I felt like I was a little bit out of rhythm, but just getting my mechanics back where they were used to be has really helped out.
We saw they lost a fly ball in the sun early in the game. How tough was the outfield out there?
¿Qué de las dificultades en el jardín central o en los jardines en la noche con este?
Es un poquito diferente, ya que te da la sensación como que no sabes dónde va a picar la bola. No sabes si la bola está adelante o está atrás, pero digamos que simplemente tiene que tratar de agarrarla.
Yeah, there's
been a few different guys who have kind of struggled when they've been hitting second in the lineup. For you, has there been anything different hitting in that spot, or has it just kind of been coincidence that the last couple weeks, the results have been more up and down since you've been there?
Hay muchos de los jugadores este año que cuando están bateando segundo no les han salido los resultados. ¿Tú piensas que eso te ha afectado a ti en la mala racha, o qué puedes decir sobre bateando segundo?
Yo no diría que no, simplemente me tocó ahora y me tocó este momento, pero tengo la confianza de que las cosas seguirán saliendo y volveré a esa buena forma donde estaba.
Yeah.
Offense. After I gave up 2, we put up 3, and then I just couldn't hold it. So yeah, frustrating.
In anticipation of this game, you knew you had to face this kind of a lineup, this kind of a team. You had any kind of extra adrenaline pumping or nervousness, anything like that?
No. My job's to go out and compete and win games. I don't care who the other team is. Just got to be better.
Yeah, I understand you didn't have your best stuff. Could you talk about this? 2 or 3 pitches maybe missing with those?
Yeah, just missing all around, falling behind. It's hard to pitch like that.
Now you're obviously on a pretty good stretch coming in here. I don't know if it makes it any easier, but how do you kind of take a outing like this and kind of work towards your next outing?
Yeah, I think just learn from it. Learn from it and then flush it and be better next time out.
Yeah, and Ohtani was 0-for-3 against you. Any special emphasis the way you face him, because he usually kills all pitchers, Ohtani?
Yeah, Muncy hit a home run off me, so I don't know, still lost.
Well, Dave, obviously ahead of the game we talked about just playing here and how it could maybe look a little bit different. Was it essentially just as you expected when you looked at maybe some of that soft contact, especially off of Eric Lauer, that maybe felt just a little unlucky for him?
Yeah, I thought, early he got behind a lot. They did a good job of just putting the bat on the ball, finding some outfield grass. I'm really happy that he kind of found his way right of the ship and then, got through 6 innings for us. But, yeah, I thought tonight it was a great environment. We certainly, as a Dodge, were pretty well represented, and it was good to see the offense come to life. I thought Max, big homer, Shohei, big homer, Andy with the big homer, and then we just took good at-bats all night long. Kyle had some good at-bats, so yeah, solid game.
Even within there, you talk about the offense, but how good is it when you have someone like Teoscar Hernandez comes back in the lineups and is able to produce things early?
It was good. He was anxious to get back and got a left-handed starter, took some really good at-bats, and it was good to get him back in the mix, and he's certainly a presence.
There's a lot of contact in Eric Lauer's stat line, but at the end of the day, it's still another quality start. When the front office signed him, it was essentially to shore up these innings in the back end of the rotation. How critical has it been that he's been able to do so?
It's been critical. Certainly, every time he takes the ball, it seems like he's going 6 innings, and he's given us some length. We're in the middle of 13 in a row, and so, coming out of that San Diego series, got those guys again for 4. So for him to kind of be a little bit shaky early, not get the strikeouts, but still, take down 18 outs was big, and that's what he signed up for, and he's been nothing but impressive for us.
Is it about as good as we've seen Shohei hit a ball this year?
Yeah, that was a good one. You could just see that he was kind of sizing up that slider, and he left it up and put a really good swing on it. So Shohei's been on the heater. He's the last 6 weeks he's been the best player in baseball.
Even the other day you said he's still not in 100%. How much is he now?
No, I don't think he's 100% with his knee. But as far as like his swing mechanics, where he's at, he's on balance. He's 100% in the box. So.
No, Shohei is two home runs away from 300. How special is it for him?
It's very special for him. It's just another milestone, and he's got there pretty quickly. And I hope we see it tomorrow.
How about you?
I am. I'd like to get it out of the way tomorrow too. But quite the accomplishment. I'm pretty excited.
Dave, what's your thoughts about the ballpark here?
I love it. I think that the Athletics, Major League Baseball, did a fantastic job as far as our accommodations. Playing surface is great. The fan base is always great. The A's fan base is always great. Good energy. It plays great. So my first time, really impressed. Very happy to be here. And Sacramento is a great city.
What have the crowds felt like this road trip, especially with even like in San Diego, kind of how Dodger heavy they've been? Have you guys been able to feel that when you're playing? We have this.
San Diego is certainly more partial to the Padres, obviously, but here, I think we got market share tonight. It was fun. A lot of people don't get a chance to see us play, so people up here in this area, Northern California, get to see us, get to see Shohei put on a show. So that was a lot of fun tonight.